Hi, everyone. So thanks so much for joining me here. I'm so excited to share this information with you. So I'm Ilima Hong, and I talk about passive income and positivity. So you might have seen my TikTok or Instagram and might have seen me here on Facebook. And today I've had like this incredible support and audience support from all of you. I've had a lot of comments in my group and just engagement, right? And people reaching out, DMs, and so forth about this topic that I've been recently talking about. So in 2023, I've made a commitment to all of you to bring forward more information that will help our women over 50 or those of us in our careers. And it doesn't have to only be women, and it doesn't have to be people older than 50, but that's who I am. So that's sort of who I'm speaking to. But I find that the information I provide about positivity and about the subject that I am embarking on in 2023 resonates with all ages, right? And that subject is called Let It Go. All right. I encountered some major life milestones, that many of you might have as well. Milestones in my career, milestones in my family. I've been married for 23 years now, happily married, and I have two children in college or college age children in their early 20s. And so I am embarking on sort of a new phase in my life, right? Like many of you might be feeling. And that phase is sort of like an empty nester, right? So my kids are no longer in my home. My role with my kids has had to change. And you know how they say, right? Adapt or die. Well, it's not that, dire, but it is an important message, right? I needed to adapt as a mom for my children who are older now. And I had to adapt, and I had to change my role, which was no longer, just being the provider, the mom, the potentially the organizer, and all of these things to have to take care of them in their activities in their lives. And now I'm just a supporter, right? I'm a guide on the side, right? They say that. But my subject for 2023 about how to let it go, I'm going to do a series of challenges through the year, or a series of messages, and I'm going to have as a subtopic what it is that you really have to let go. There's a number of things that you have to do to prime and prepare yourself for the exercises of how to learn to let it go. And I go over that in my upcoming challenges. So as I'm talking about that, and sort of sharing with you what are some of examples and what are some real health risks going on with all of us as we get older and as we hang on to past memories and emotions that weigh us down. And it's really our interaction that we have with our world around us, right? And it's really some of these experiences that we've had in the past, and we replay it, and we live in a constant sense of regret, remorse, longing, right? Depression, anxiety. So in order to really help you, as I help myself, help you start 2023 with a clean slate, okay? Then we're going to talk about how it is that you learn to let it go in my challenge. And stay to the end here so you can learn more about that. But I'm going to share my presentation right now. I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that you enjoy it. Okay. Okay. So learning to let it go, right? What does that mean? And there are reasons that us women, men, women in their 50s or approaching their 50s, can actually enter into this time in our lives when we feel the most loss and grief. Okay. We may feel these emotions from time to time as we were younger, but I feel more and more of us are experiencing these deeper, darker emotions as we get older. Okay. So let's learn together what these reasons are. One of the reasons is that the new phase we are entering is that our children are moving out, right? And I talked about that a little in the beginning about how our roles are changing. Sometimes with no warning and no real input of our own, that we have to acknowledge and accept that our role as parents are changing for our young adult children. And we're moving from the phase of caregiver, caring, creating activities, understanding and knowing exactly where your children are at different times in the day, to not knowing, literally, as they are gaining their own independence around the world, making their own decisions, forming their own opinions. They are needing to move farther and farther away from us in order for them to gain that independence, in order for them to go through the growing process and evolving, right? So that they can have their own, or they have a firm or a better idea about what things they value, so that they have clarity in the decisions they make in the future. This is all necessary, but it hurts. It hurts. I know it does. I know it does. I'm going through it myself. So that's one reason. And so another reason that we are struggling and we are feeling a lot more grief and darker feelings is that our own parents are aging, right? We are finding that we're giving care to our own parents, right? And we're seeing that stage in life that they're in. And without going too deep into this, phase and aspect of our lives, the real aging process, if it's possible that you can see it as a blessing, that you can actually be there alongside that stage of life they're in, because that's going to be us one day, right? And having that awareness and having that opportunity to speak with them, to spend time with them, to be patient with them, to see how the roles have reversed, between you and parent and you. It's really amazing. And then easily, we also have another phase in here. I don't think I listed it. Well, no, maybe I did list it. I'll bring it up. If I didn't list it here as one of the pages, then I'll bring it up. So another thing that's causing us a lot of anxiety and worry is, our finances. Have we put things in place to prepare ourselves for the day that we don't work? Okay, of course, I want that day to come soon, but I have to prepare myself for the day that I don't work and have the income that comes in to provide for me and my husband if we don't go to work, or we choose not to anymore. So we choose to retire, we choose to travel, we choose to do things that we've always dreamed of doing, right? But we have to put these things in place, right? Develop a retirement savings account, find ways that taxes don't eat up every single penny that we have. I know many of you already know we're entering into recession in our economy, and that's going to take some real negative hits and impact all of us. What are we doing to prepare for that? We're also worried about our own physical and health needs and decline, right? We're aging. Okay, how are you making your physical development and health a priority? And you need to. So do I. Okay, I'm not here to coach and judge and be a drill sergeant, but that has to be a priority almost over everything. And now that you're able to step away maybe from raising your children in the most active way you used to, now the attention can be on you, because it's sort of that instructions we get right in the airplane, right? Is that if you're going to need to fasten the air mask on you, it has to be on you before anyone else. And consider putting your physical health and mental health as a priority as your actual air mask. We also kind of feel a little lost. You know, even though you've climbed the corporate ladder and you've acquired these phenomenal communication, interpersonal skills, leadership skills, technical skills that you've acquired over the years, you can still have a sense of fogginess and uncertainty as you continue in your next few decades. It's still very normal for people our age to feel that way, even when we're running large corporations, even when we're running and employing and managing lots of people, right? You can have those skills and that leadership and that confidence sort of in that aspect of your life, in your career, and then still have these sort of self-doubts about where you're going, right? And are you really living a life of purpose? Okay, so that's normal. And then, of course, the fear of the unknown as you just move into this new phase. And I had mentioned some of those phases, right? Empty nesters, changes in your job and career, being a caregiver for your aging parents or relatives, divorce or separation. Okay. And, oh, I was going to mention this, loss of a loved one. I don't know if I put it in one of these slides, but it's critical to mention that. That is a huge phase for you to go through, and it creates incredible awareness of your mortality, right? I'll say it. It creates incredible awareness of our mortality as we lose our loved ones. Oh, shucks, this is the same page. So I'll move on. So as we continue to approach my 3-day challenge in my Facebook group, it's called the 3-day Let It Go Facebook challenge, where I discuss real practical measures and strategies on how to let your past go. At least let the hurt and the negative emotions around memories of your past go. I said this earlier, not in this presentation, but I was just on TikTok and I was sharing with people that you can have these memories. For example, if you are still holding on to the memory of a past relationship that has ended, you might still have clothing or a photo or some jewelry, right? That is symbolic of that relationship. And it's okay to have it. I'm not here to tell you just throw everything out and burn it. We could all be like Angela Bassett in her movie Stella Got Her Groove Back. I love that movie. But anyway, you can still have that in your house or around you, but you have to let go of the emotions that are attached to those things. Okay. And that gets tricky, right? We can actually attach memories and emotions to material things. It's crazy. Material things have energy, and we can attach to that in our vibration. We can vibe with those things, and we can continue to live in the past. So find out in my challenge just how to address that and then how to let that go, so that ultimately you don't have that carrying around. That doesn't burden you, and it doesn't hinder your ability to make decisions with ease, to feel confident about yourself and your purpose, and ultimately to achieve balance, right? So my challenge is January 18th, 19th, and 20th. Okay, it's right here on Facebook. I have a Facebook group. You join that in my account, and you'll get presentations on each of those days. Those are recorded. You'll have workbooks and worksheets to work through to help you with the steps that I create in the presentation. And then I have a live Q&A every night at 6 p.m. Eastern, so that I can answer any questions you have and sort of walk you through some of the maybe things that you're stumbling over, right? About how to answer some of these questions and how to dive really deep into your feelings and emotions. You will basically be, I'm going to share this ebook in my in the comments under my presentation here, I'm going to share the ebook, and in there you can click my Facebook group. My Let It Go Facebook group is right there on the last page. That's a live link. You can click that, or I'll also put the Facebook group link in my comments for this presentation. I've really enjoyed being able to speak with all of you live on a regular basis. It's been phenomenal. So I'm going to stop sharing here. And as I've come up with these, as I've been responding to people's interests through comments on my Facebook group, DMs, on Instagram, as well as here on Facebook, it's been a flood of enthusiasm and support. And so all I can do is sort of ride this wave of interest and continue to just give you as many tips and strategies that I can, because you want to change, because you've made the decision to have a better 2023. And you've decided to start with your mental and emotional health, right? And hopefully our physical health. But so as I share this, go ahead and jump into my Facebook group and my challenge. I'll see you here again Tuesday and Thursday for my live Facebook presentations in the WHWE, as well as in my own group. And then I'm presenting in my Let It Go Challenge Facebook group. Again, I'm Ilima Hong. I talk about positivity and passive income. And I'm really hoping you have a wonderful day.